This is how I groom my difficult Pomeranian at home. I have my brother hold the treat right at her nose level. This keeps her from lying down. This allows me to groom around her face. I start with the curved scissors, and the goal is to create a rounded face and a soft curve from her face down to her belly. I like to imagine an orange when trying to shape their face, but again at this stage it's gonna look rough and uneven. But don't worry, we will even everything out later using the blending scissors. I link all the products I use in the description box below. So when my brother is not here, I use my other hand to gently hold her chin to prevent her from lunging at the scissors to keep her safe. I also use my fingers to shield the tip of her ears when trimming to avoid accidents. And of course, she's trying to scare me off again, but I stay calm because if I don't back off every time she's trying to threaten me with her air bite, she will learn that it won't work on me and eventually display less of that behavior. Once I've done with the rough shaping, I go in with the blending scissors to smooth everything out. For best results, grooming the dog while they are standing would be ideal, but Sissy had some really traumatic experiences with groomer in the past. I've talked about that in one of my YouTube videos, and that's why I stopped bringing her to groomer altogether and just groom her by myself and prioritize their mental well-being, comfort, and safety, even if it means the end result isn't flawless. If your dog looks somewhat neat and tidy at the end, know that you've done an amazing job with the cuts you are dealt with. When trimming the belly, I always use my hand to extend their fur before cutting, to make sure I don't accidentally hurt her with the scissors. They're so sharp, so just be careful. When my brother returns, I have him give Sissy tiny bit of treats every now and then to keep her distracted. That's when I sneak in and trim the frizzy fur under her front leg, first with the curved scissors and then using the blending scissors to smooth it out. As you can see, I have to eyeball my cuts quite a bit since she keeps sitting down, so no, it's not gonna be perfect, and that's okay. I spent a long time fine-tuning the gradual curve from her face down to her belly. Those little details really make a difference. When everything blends naturally without harsh lines, the cuts just look softer and more professional. When my brother is not around, I give her treats intermittently myself to build a positive association. She used to be so reactive, like no one could even get scissors near her, but with consistencies and positive reinforcement, she's slowly learning to tolerate grooming. Are you afraid to use scissors? I've got a full tutorial on how to groom a Pomeranian without using scissors. I will put a link to the video in the description box. Okay, so this is the final result. Not bad at all considering everything, right?